I'm going to call from Washington. I am in a situation with American 11, a possible hijack.
American 11, are you trying to call?
Our number 1 has been stabbed, and our 5 has been stabbed.
Aircraft is erratic again. Problem, very erratic.
I was actually on the street outside my field office getting a cup of coffee with a friend of mine and heard the first plane hit, looked up, saw this looked like a small, hit on the side of the building just because the side of the facade of the North Tower was so large. It looked like debris was starting to fall, and quickly realized it was not debris because you started seeing arms and legs flailing as people were jumping from the tower. I was timing the jumpers in between because I wanted to see, is this getting worse or is it getting better? Because I kept thinking to myself, how are they gonna put this fire out? It was so far up. We had a fire station just across from our building, and we're seeing them respond. And as I was on the 8th person I was watched jumping, that's when the South Tower got hit and the fireball came through, and that's when really all mayhem broke out.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the 2 towers. A huge explosion now raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way!
The force of the impact of the towers coming down demolished everything. I never even found a pencil intact. It was just so granular because there was nothing left, and so you found very, very few things intact. We had a bunch of former Marines on our floor that were counterintelligence. We all banded together. We're securing safes, securing desk drawers, making sure that, if our building got hit, stuff wouldn't go flying everywhere, because we did hear a rumor that a truck bomb was inbound to our building. I was afraid that if something happened to our building, you didn't want to die alone, and so we buddied up to make sure that if the tower went down, you wouldn't be trapped alone with anyone as we're trying to do what we're trying to do. We started 12 on, 12 off shifts. I was on a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift. You came in the morning at the beginning of your shift and you sat on the floor waiting for leads.
Our job was at the crime scene to, number 1, assess it, organize it, identify what potential evidence we may collect, human remains, personal items for the families, and also we're looking for any potential evidence related to the hijackers, whether it be notes, personal effects, weapons, and we would sift it first with rakes and shovels, and then would ultimately be on our hands and knees looking for that finite piece of evidence. It was just challenging as other major crime scenes like that. You can't train for something that size. You have just to have the wherewithal and discussions prior to make sure, again, the scene's organized, that you're thorough.
Whether you did one little interview or you found one, I found bone fragments and stuff like that, and you're like, how's that helping save the world? And so at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not doing enough. We lost 14 or 15 agents so far from health-related cancers from 9/11. And every time, you went down to ground zero, there's vigils all night long. They would hold up candles and cheer you as you went by 24/7 for 3 months at least. Because of that, it gave you this great sense of responsibility that you had to do something to try to save the world, because the world was counting on you to save it.